Welcome everybody. Here I am in Rancho Guadalupe sand dunes. It's a beautiful spot for some yoga, and today I want to do some pelvic floor opening yoga poses using a strap. So grab yourself a strap. You can also use a towel or you can use a flexi band, but ideally you'd have a nice yoga strap on hand to use. So let's just start with ourselves flat on the back, on our back on the mat. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. And coming down and extending those legs out long, keeping the strap in your hand. So we're going to be really opening up that pelvic area and also working our hamstrings. Grabbing the strap in both hands and placing it around the ball of your foot, extending that foot up nice and high. You want it perpendicular with the ground. It's in line with your hip. Don't bring it further back. Don't have it too far forward. Have it perfectly aligned with your hip. Again, grabbing the strap with both hands and allowing that extension in your hamstring. Really breathing into it. Feeling the calf stretching, feeling the hamstring stretching. Grabbing the strap in one hand, I'd like you to now take that leg over to one side, placing the opposite hand on your hip, keeping that hip down on the mat. You don't want it to raise. If your hip starts to raise too high, that means you've gone too far down. Some people have more pelvic opening so they can come down a little bit further. The rest of us might have to stay up a little bit higher. Keeping that opposite leg extended long with the foot flexed. And now bringing that leg up, I'd like you to grab that strap in the opposite hand, placing your hand down on the mat, and now bringing it to the other side. This is great for stretching your glutes, your IT band. Keeping that shoulder firmly on the mat, that opposite shoulder, and again, trying not to lift that hip too high. If it starts moving too high up, then you just need to come a little bit further up with the leg. And breathing into it. It's good to hold this for 30 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds. Really allow that extension to take place. Allow that loosening of the muscles. And now bringing the leg back up, grabbing it in both hands and slowly bringing the leg back down and removing the strap and placing it on the other foot. So let's take that strap, place it around the ball of your foot, and extend your leg up nice and high. Your heel is reaching for the sky or the ceiling. Your leg is in line with your hip. Grabbing the strap in the same hand as the leg that you have extended up and bringing it over to the side. Again, placing that opposite hand on your opposite hip, keeping it firmly into the mat. And slowly coming up, grabbing that strap in the opposite hand to your leg, placing your hand down on the mat to support you and come over to the other side. Breathing into it, feel that extension in your IT band, feel those glutes, those calves, and those hamstrings really extending. And now slowly coming up and bringing that leg down and releasing the strap. Coming over onto your side and coming up for a moment. I'd like you to take that strap, wrap it around your body. Remember, we're focusing on pelvic area opening here, the pelvic area opening. So we're doing a series that really allows for those inner thighs to extend, to open up, to release. So placing the strap around your feet are together, your heels are together, the balls of your feet together, And now we're going to bring ourselves back onto the mat again. And allow those knees to come down, making sure you're not arching your back too much. You want to tuck that belly button in, bring that belly down. Allow yourself to relax here. Allow the opening in the pelvic area. This is great for post-pregnancy, releasing the tension in the pelvic area after pregnancy. You can do these exercises to support that lengthening, that releasing of those muscles. Let's bring those arms up. Your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Your palms are facing up. And just breathe into this for a few moments. In fact, you can stay here for 5 minutes if you'd like. We're not going to do that today, but it should be feeling really comfortable, and you should really feel a release in those inner thighs and in that pelvic area. And now coming down with those arms, and then placing those elbows down, placing the palms down. Work your way up again. And loosen up the strap so that you can release it from your legs, release it from around your waist, and placing the strap to the side. I'd like you to come up on your knees now, extending your right leg out long. Your knee is in line with your hip, bringing your right arm down that right leg, and bringing that left shoulder back, opening up the chest. And now bring that arm over your head towards that right foot. You'll feel the opening in your inner thigh again. Your adductor is really getting a nice good stretch with this pose. And coming up and moving to the other side. Let's bring that left leg out. Again, your pelvic bones are in line with each other. Your foot is flexed. We're reaching down that leg, finding that extension in the side body and that opening in the inner thigh. We're reaching that arm up. And coming up, coming down to sitting now. We're doing 2 more poses, 2 more great pelvic opening poses. First is by extending your legs out wide. Again, we're just opening up those inner thighs, really stretching those inner thighs. Coming down, reaching for your toes, reaching that chest forward, reaching that chin towards the ground. Again, based on the movement that you might have, you can come a little bit further forward, but making sure you're not hunching your back, you're extending that spine long. And now coming up, bringing those feet together into Baddha Konasana, tucking those feet into your pelvic area based on how much flexibility you have. You might have to come further out. You might be able to come all the way in, placing your hands behind your back. Let's really try and bring those knees down to the ground and lift those shoulders up, really getting some opening in the chest. Breathing into it. And now grabbing those feet and coming forward. Again, really reaching towards the ground, the mat, the floor with your chin, not coming down, hunching over, extending that spine long as you come forward. And releasing your legs by extending them out long. Give them a little shake. Coming into cross-legged position. Bringing those shoulders back. Extending that torso nice and long. Placing your hands on your knees. Closing your eyes for a moment. Taking a few deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And with the next breath, bringing those palms together, bowing your head, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I shared with you a few poses that really, again, open up that pelvic area. You can integrate them into your normal yoga routine, or you can just randomly pick a pose and sit back and relax into it, allowing yourself to really release those pelvic floor muscles, allowing for some strength building and along with some stretching. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube video, especially if you'd like to do some more of my exercises in Pilates, yoga, and even some all-body workouts if you're feeling extra energetic. Have a great day.